There's a phrase I love actually that a teacher, like a Dharma teacher colleague of mine uses about it all resting on the tip of intention. And one's life, I think, can be said to be all resting on the tip of intention. And the honing of my intention, like we are not totally in control of intention. That's actually one of the things you learn, like on meditation retreat, like doing walking meditation, like it's rather than just sitting and closing your eyes and staying still, you're actually playing with this sense of like being active in the world and noticing where that intention to stop, to turn, to move back in the sort of often a kind of formalized line that you're walking on. And you start to see how intention arises almost like a cloud passes. It's not totally under my control. And you see the bubbling up and arising of intentions coming and going. And then you have a kind of meta relationship with those intentions where, again, you're like, oh, well, there's a wholesome intention there. I'll sort of like try and raise that up and reinforce that one. There's an unwholesome intention. There's a meanness. There's a closeness. There's a selfishness there. And I'll accept that, because that's healthy. That's, or I'm not saying the meanness is healthy, but it's healthy to accept it and to work with it at that level. And so in the same way, in the kind of microcosm on retreat, in the moment to moment, you also do that in your life through working practice. It's just like, there's an intention actually to want to copyright that, to want for that idea to be mine, so I can be this flag waving hero who goes like, look at me creating positive change in the world. And you're like, oh, actually the intention there isn't quite wholesome, is it? I mean, no one else has noticed, but I don't think. But and in a different moment, there's this like generosity of spirit where you're just like, and it's not to say that copywriting is always unskillful. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's good to hold ground and boundaries and but like, what's the intention there? That's the key thing. And it's that awakeness. We have a tendency to fall back asleep. Society is giving us many ways to do that. And so, there's a constant waking up and falling back to sleep again, like oscillating and hopefully getting more awake over the time. And using, when you have those, awake, more alert oscillations, you can catch those intentions and cultivate them.